For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. The 25th hour, or the 5 minutes I hate? The visor flickered and went dark. The 25th hour has come again, and everything repeats. I'm suffocating. I can't take in another breath of air. I see nothing, hear nothing. I don't feel my body. I feel sick, as if something is pressing down on me. And the world is spinning madly around me. Maybe this time I'll... Happy B-Day, bro, Simooo! Yells Borkaida. Happy B-Day, mon! Shout Vanka and Pakata over him. The guys and I have known each other our whole lives. I'm turning 22 today, and this is probably my 99 birthday. But who's counting, right? We're immortal now, and like always, the guys went all out to give me a wild experience. The drug is already working. I feel the warmth in my veins, take a deep breath, and open my eyes. Damn it! We really jumped out of a plane with nothing but inflatable mattresses, and now we're free, falling straight into the crater of freaking Etna! We're going to fry spectacularly, that's for sure. We'll be the top tourist attraction today. But I don't care. I'm flying like a fire, breathing dragon toward the lava, and I'm happy. My mind is light, there's nothing to worry about. Just please, let me not have to repeat this jump over and over again for the next 25 hours just to earn the next dose. Lately, it's getting harder to qualify for a permit for the drug, and it all started so harmlessly, almost like a joke. When I was first approved a few years ago, we jump again and again. We fly, we burn, we scream in agony for hours. The guys are lagging behind. Everything around me glows white hot, even me. My lungs can't take in air anymore. I'm drowning in fire, falling, burning, choking, the pressure in my chest rising. The 25th hour again. The drug has worn off, and the next dose is 5 minutes away. If I'm approved, 5 minutes, an eternity. My bones liquefy, my blood freezes in my veins, and I can't find my face to take a sip of water. My dose, where's my drug? Give me my dose! I feel like I'm screaming like a lunatic. Wordless, soundless, and I'm sick again. It's a mad fall. The world spins. The visor goes black. I'm not awake, but I'm not dreaming either. I'm not breathing. Happy B-Day. Bro, Simooo, yells Borkaida. Happy B-Day, man! Shout Vanka and Pavkada over him. We've known each other our whole lives. I'm 22 today, maybe for the 193rd time. But who's counting, right? We're immortal now. And as always, the guys have planned something insane. I open my eyes. We're bungee, jumping off a rope bridge straight into a raptor nest. Looks like we're stealing eggs. And then we'll spend 25 hours trying to escape this Jurassic Park, while everything around us tries to kill and eat us. Not necessarily in that order. It used to be more fun. But that was so long ago, I'm not even sure if the memories are real anymore. It used to be easy. We earned the drug just by sitting through a few hours of nothing. Dumb reality shows, even dumber ads, cat videos, or online shopping for junk no one needed. And then we got our dose and had time to talk, laugh, exercise. We had time to listen to music, learn languages, read books. Shogun and Harry Potter, War of the Worlds and Marin Troshanov, Winnie the Pooh, The Mortal Instruments, Tolkien and Branimir Subev. We read Ellen Pellin and Wodehouse, Angel Karalyeshev and the Brothers Grimm. Then, like a lightning bolt, a memory slashed through my mind so violently I dropped the stolen raptor egg. The 2019 pandemic, the 2022 war. The world-ruling syndicate's promise. Tomorrow will be better. Like in your dreams. Like a real fairy tale. That's how it all started. When we believed we could have a better tomorrow without effort, without responsibility, without humanity. That's when we hit rock bottom. Everyone clung to their own illusion. No one even asked who invented the drug against reality. No one asked why some were flying off to the Mars colonies and others stayed behind. No one asked why the media, public or social, were dividing us, zombifying us with fantasies disguised as obvious truths, instead of uniting and informing us with reality as it was. No one asked who decided to play war, or who won it. We all lost. We didn't see, we didn't hear, we didn't even know anything. We had our visors, which only showed us what we wanted to see, and we had the drug. We wanted nothing, and nothing was expected of us, except to pay with our living lives. For the 6th time, the raptors surround me. For the 6th time, I realize I'm cornered. For the 6th time, I listen to their sharp whistles as they talk to each other, feel their claws, every bite, every snapped bone, every torn limb, and the last drop of blood draining out. I scream in pain and terror, though I know I'll live again soon. Maybe because I know. The visor went dark. The simulation cycle ended. I'm left breathless, blind, alone, panicking in the 5-minute window where it's being calculated whether I earned enough credit for at least one more dose. Happy B-Day, bro Simooo! Yells Borkaida. Happy B-Day, man, shout Vanka and Pavkaida. We've known each other forever. I'm 22 today, maybe for the 194th time. Who's counting? I've earned my dose. It's in my veins. I feel that familiar warmth after the soul freezing 5 minutes of waiting, wondering if I'll wake up, and where. I slam the gas pedal. The heavy machine screeches as the tires spin, and I launch into a death race, win or die, crush them, smash their stupid cars, smash the wall, blow it up. And again I slam the gas pedal, with Vanka and the twins beside me in their monster machines. We're tearing down the track, dodging traps, trying to destroy as many enemy cars as possible, because we have to reach the wall and break through it, because maybe behind it. And once more I push my armored Ford Mustang, reinforced with titanium plating, straight into the wall at the end of this monstrous track. Behind me, the cars of other simulation players are in flames. Next to me, the guy's cars are intact. You'd never guess we've done this 1,000 times. Crashing into the wall again and again, chasing the promised exit. This isn't a glitch. I'm sure the simulation was designed like this. No exit on purpose. To feed our hopes only to smash them. The disappointment, the despair, the helplessness we feel with every new restart turns into rage and a mad urge to destroy everything in our path, which earns us points because we pay with our lives that we no longer live, with the scraps of our sanity. We no longer create, we don't dream. We crawl and obey, just to be approved for the next dose. But even that's not enough anymore. The drug has gone up in price, not in money, but in emotions, in love and fear, in horror and ecstasy experienced in the syndicate's simulations, and supposedly sold on the black market to those incapable of being human. The machine roared. I started another lap, clenching the wheel with white, knuckled fingers, racing down the track and exploding in flames. Can't breathe. Can't see. 5 minutes. 5. Happy B-Day, bro, Simooo! Yells Borkaida. Happy B-Day, man! Shout Vanka and Pavkada. We've known each other forever. I'm 22 today, maybe for the 195th time. But who's counting? I open my eyes. At least for the next 25 hours, I won't have to think about anything. Above me looms a rocky cliff. Looks like the guys gave me alpine climbing. No ropes, no guides, no skills. Another day of falling and dramatic crashes, of fearing the nightmare of surviving at the bottom of the ravine instead of restarting from the top. Because that wastes time, and I might not qualify for the next dose. Only one thought remains: will I get the next dose of the drug? That thought pushes out everything else in my mind. Everything. Everything! Everything: drawing, books, basketball, forest walks, and everyone, my family, except maybe the memory of my favorite fairy tales. I'm only still connected to the guys because we got our first dose together on my birthday. And now we spin together in this endless loop of hopelessness and addiction, fearful of this hollow existence, which is no longer life but terror at the thought of being without the drug. And it's not just the four of us. The drug came during crisis, when our civilization was once again in danger, because we humans arrogantly call ourselves the dominant species on Earth, but forget that compared to the vastness of the cosmos, we are infants, underdeveloped, unfinished, immature. Our brain is a marvel of complexity with unthinkable potential. Our reason and speech destine us for greatness, but our psyche cannot reconcile the fragility of our souls with the harshness of reality. So evolution gave us one more tool: the ability to imagine. The first time a human felt fear, from a shadow, the rain, the wind, a lightning bolt, disease, or some unknown terror, we invented gods and demons, rituals, myths, and superstitions to rely on, to hide behind, to be guided by. When we feared what we didn't understand, we turned to myths, expecting miracles. That's how humanity exists. We invent gods and then trample them. We invent heroes, to mock disgrace or destroy them. We invent leaders, real truths, reasons and motives. We invent relationships, friendships. We invent virtual reality, a custom made or sats, because we can't cope with the one outside our comfort cocoon. We're afraid of reality, so much so that we don't even try to understand it anymore. And in this vicious cycle, we slowly degrade into whining, dissatisfied little humans who want everything. Today, immediately, at any cost! A roof over our heads is no longer enough. We buy islands, hunger for nations, for space. Experiences don't satisfy us. We kill for entertainment, and we hate ourselves for hating. We invent differences, excuses, proof, to justify the hate. Everything around us crumbles, but we don't notice. We invent explanations for everything, and hate. The awakened minds tried to save humanity, and for centuries many died at the stake or on a cross for truth. Then, after myths, came fables, hoping that through mocking others' mistakes, we'd reflect on our own. But it was too late. The beautiful fables and parables turned into jokes, full of offensive stereotypes and hate. So we welcomed the drug against reality, just to not be responsible for anything or anyone. Happy B-Day. Bro Simooo! Yells Borkaita. Happy B-Day, man! Shout Vanka and Pavkada. I've known the boys my whole life. Today I turned 22. And this is probably my third 107th birthday. But who's counting, right? After all, we're immortal now, and, like every time, once the nausea subsides, once I feel the medicine begin to take effect, I open my eyes to dive into another simulation with the boys. An adventure, a birthday gift, to give me one more day outside of time, because I have no strength left. Blood and death. Blood everywhere, screams, crying, the clash of armor, the thunder of hooves, the hiss of swords and arrows, and blood, red like the sunset and heavy like guilt upon us, the four of the order, sent on a mission to save this piece of land from whom, really? I pulled back my hood and looked at the others. These are women and children, tiny innocent children, their mothers, their sisters and grandmothers. Is this the evil? Is this why we trained in silence and deprivation all our lives? To kill, to slash and trample women and children? No, this can't be right. I feel the blood splashing across my face. I taste the breath of death in my chest, the bitter, salty taste of blood and tears. The slaughter doesn't stop, and the blood is eating away at my skin. My chest tightens in horror. This isn't me. My hand won't raise a sword against these people. They can't ask this of us. Not even in a simulation. It's still not right. We ran toward the temple, gleaming in the distance, climbed to the roof and stood at the edge. This is not our battle, and we will not fight it. We're ending all this now, because otherwise we'll never find peace, nor salvation. Will tomorrow be a better day? Would jump, I whispered, and hope we wake up in the right story. With arms wide open, we leapt in a leap of faith, each toward our own healing, and I'm certain, I know it deep in my soul, it was the stories that saved us this time, too. only the stories withstood the ruin, with their beautiful words and captivating ideas, with the wondrous worlds and adventures they unveil before every child from the earliest age. Nothing can take the stories from our hearts, because we remember not just the words, but the feelings those words stirred in us. They shape our soul and burrow deep into our being, into every cell, every nerve, our DNA. They are our moral reserve, our guarantee for physical survival in this cold, ugly world, while we gather strength to heal our souls. Once again, the 25th hour has come, and everything repeats. I'm suffocating. I can't take another breath. I see nothing, hear nothing, feel nothing. I'm nauseated, as if something is crushing me and the world is spinning wildly around me. Maybe this time I will. HBD, bro Simooo, screams Borko. HBD, brew. Vance and Pavkada shout over him. I've known the boys my whole life. Today I turned 22, and this is probably my 498th birthday. But who's counting, right? We're immortal already, and, as always, the boys went all out to gift me a wild experience. But not this time. There's no familiar warmth in my veins like when the auto-injector delivers my next dose. And this time, I really can't breathe. I feel frost creeping through my nerves, cold sweat, dizziness, dry mouth. I'm terrified. Panic overtakes me because I realize the 5 minutes have passed. The visor is dark. I can't breathe, and I didn't get my dose of the medicine. My hands frantically reach for my throat. I find a tube. It's blocking my breathing. I pull it out with a painful grunt. It's a full mask. I rip it off along with the visor. No, this can't be the end. Not like this. Not without a chance for healing. Not without a future. But my heart is still beating, and the clock is counting the seconds of the new day. And no, I'm not dead. I'm awake. I slowly take a breath. It smells like popcorn and cotton candy. I open my eyes. The boys are around me with silly party hats, and my whole family. And it's bright, and it's clean like the blue sky, like the sea, like summer, and the boys are shouting over each other. HBD, bro Simooo, oh HBD, brew. Come on. Get up already, get up, and live, live.